Do you know what baklava is? Baklava is a Middle Eastern Mediterranean sweet made with phyllo dough, ground walnuts, cinnamon, and a simple syrup made from water, sugar, honey, and lemon juice. It's delicious. It's crispy, it's sweet, it's crunchy. Let's go make some. We're gonna start with 1 stick of melted butter and we're gonna layer that butter on the bottom of our pan. Once that's layered, we're gonna go ahead and start layering our phyllo dough. We're gonna do this 10 times. Phyllo dough, butter, over and over again until you have 10 layers. Butter keeps the phyllo from sticking together and creates the crisp layers in between. Next, we're going to take about a pound of walnuts and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm using a NutriBullet to grind those together and get them into a paste-like consistency, but we still want it to have a lot of texture. Once that's done, you're gonna layer it on top of the phyllo dough we already laid down. We're gonna start the process all over again. We're gonna layer phyllo dough, butter, phyllo dough, butter, phyllo dough, butter. I think this one is 7 layers to top it off. Once we have all of our layers in, then we're going to cut them. And I'll be honest, there's a specific way you're supposed to cut it and I do it wrong every time. So the way you're supposed to cut it is straight lines perpendicular to the pan and then cross cut it. I always do it wrong. I don't remember until after I've already done it. It doesn't change the flavor. But yes, we are cutting it before we cook it. I'm using a pastry dough cutter to cut it to start with to get as straight a lines as possible. And then I went back in with my smaller knife to do the smaller portions. Once we have this cut, we're going to put it into a 325-degree preheated oven. And we're going to cook that for about 15 minutes until it turns golden brown. While that is cooking, we're going to make our syrup with 3/4 cups of water, 1 cup of sugar. If you oil your measuring cup before you put the honey in, the honey will come out really easily. A 1/2 cup of honey. After we let that cook and come to a boil, it will turn into a syrupy texture. And once you get that texture, you're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice off the heat. Once your baklava is golden brown, you're gonna take it out of the oven and we're gonna pour that syrup on top, pretty evenly distributed. Pour it on slowly and then you're just gonna let it sit. The walnuts are gonna soak up that mixture, and after it's sat for about an hour, it's gonna be sticky and crispy and delicious. Catering by Jenny provides catering services in Spokane, Washington. Look me up on Facebook or Instagram and send me a message. Eat well, be well.